All right, welcome back to this FleetEV National League 2024. We are at the penultimate game of the day in this second year of the Wales National League, proudly sponsored by FleetEV. This is Game 7, the Northwest Fury versus West Wales Phoenix. They last met in Bangor in 2023, and it was Phoenix that took the win by 8 goals. But it is Fury that sit just on top in terms of points after this year's Bangor games. I'm Pamela Cookie, and we're still going strong. Airline Roberts, former Welsh feather, now turned head coach. Let's go straight into our starting sevens.
So our starting sevens for Northwest Fury then is pretty much unchanged. We have Gwennan Williams in at goal shooter, Ellen Barwick in at goal attack, Lucy Leonard is in at wing attack, Bethan Phillips is in at centre, Lily Dudson is in at wing defence, Steph Oliver-Smith at goal defence, and Steffi Stutt is in at goalkeeper. Moving on to West Wales Phoenix, we have Lauren Evans back in at goal shooter, Hayley Lewis-Howell, the captain, at goal attack, Emma Roberts at wing attack, Ellie J. Jones at centre, Jessica Thomas at wing defence, Sarah Jordan in at goal defence, and Josie Sivak in at goalkeeper.
Nice. Well, Northwest Fury come into this after results in Bangor. They lost to Inferno 24-44, but they beat Power Sparks 32-22. Earlier today, they were up against Heat, and they lost that 38-23. So just the one win for them so far in this competition this year. For West Wales Phoenix, in Bangor, they lost to Sparks 27-25. They lost to Inferno 21-50. And they've just had a loss earlier today to Valley's Volcanoes, 36-22. So they're still chasing their first win of the competition. Airline, this is 6v7 in the table, and I think it's going to be a pretty tight one, isn't it? Just as I say, that one win that Fury have had.
It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be quite an interesting match, I think. It's hard to call who'll take it. Will Fury come out for their second win of a tournament, or will Phoenix come in for their first win? It's a really hard call to make. Phoenix have been really building this competition. They had some really nice pastures of play in their last quarter. Couple of players nursing a couple of injuries, but Fury have been really consistent. Their shootings have been well executed. Their midcourt moves the ball really well, and we've seen what their defence can do. We saw it in Bangor. We haven't seen as much of it this time round here in Ebbw Vale, but I'm hoping now we can see a lot more of it come out from Steffi Stutt and Oliver Smith. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it'll be really interesting.
Well, indeed. When we talk about, like, you start to see the table and the kind of stronger teams coming to the toss, the two losses that they've had were to Inferno and to Valley's Volcanoes, sitting 1 and 2 in the league table. The win against Sparks. So for Phoenix, they've had some tough games, which they've obviously would have learned for coming into this weekend.
Yeah, they have had some tough games. So it's just how the draw sits, unfortunately. But you know, Fury have had quite a mix of games. You know, they beat Power Sparks and they came within 5 to Coastal Heat. So they have had quite a mix of those kind of games that they've played. So I think the way they play this game now will be decided, I think, for the next one up in Cardiff.
Indeed, seeing where they can finish. West Wales Phoenix finished 4th in 2023, currently sitting 8th in the table, and for Fury, they finished 5th, winning the very last game of the season last year, and then currently sitting in 5th this year. Umpires for today's game, Pippa Barrow and Joe Williams. There's Fury that take the first centre pass. They're in green, who go into the left of our screen. Just taking their time to penetrate through. Leonard at wing attack. She has been really key, whether it's centre or wing attack, that she's been playing in that side. Very,
very experienced player, Lucy Leonard. And from what we know about her, she's a Loughborough Uni player. She played the Island Games for Anglesey when they had the first time the Island Games for Anglesey, so that was really nice to see. A lot of these players played for the Island Games. But yeah, very talented player, very key player in that midcourt.
Well, she's Lauren Evans, player in the team and captain.
Yes, absolutely. Lauren Evans there with the first goal of the game, turnover ball for Phoenix, and she is still within her shooting eye long bomb era.
Takes the ball again from mid-range, turns quickly, draws the 3-foot obstruction, and she nets another one. 2 goals off the bank.
Great start from Phoenix. Great start.
recovering from an injury. We saw her earlier trying to find a tennis ball to get into her glute, but seems to have started this game nice and strong.
Yeah, starting strong on this, but you can see she is holding back just a little bit with that injury. It can be difficult to play through a little bit of pain, can it? Especially a muscular one. It is hard. It's not as restricting as maybe something different, but it is always difficult. But Steffi stood there and Smith, and then back again for Jess Thomas taking that next interception. It's
the wing defense
galore.
Came flying through. Thomas, as you said, but her shooting combination aren't able to convert for her.
Hayley Lewis-Howell just caught off court there. Now here comes Fury coming down court and is held for held ball. Wing defence, Lily Doodson is called for 3 seconds.
The noise levels in this quarters are really up to its game, hasn't it? The support from the benches.
Both teams really wanting to win this one. There goes Lauren Evans again.
3 from 3.
Having a great shooting time so far. Fury yet to put... Oh, they have got 1 on the board. Apologies.
Gwenad Williams, goal shooter. She's trying to create some space in there. She has a nice front hold for that shooter-to-shooter ball. Erin Barwick passing it off to her.
And Ellen Barwick and Gwenna Williams are a really nice combination, aren't they? That moving around from Barwick.
Offside called on Emma Roberts. Off the centre pass. Or contact, actually, it was, as she tried to get over the line. Fury with the ball.
And the bench are shouting everything, aren't they, from here? We can hear them loud and clear, just calling their players left and right.
And with that, Fury draw level. Come to 7-minute mark of this first quarter. 3 apiece with Fury's centre pass. Oh, that quick ball in, and Gwennan Williams just couldn't put it in and control it.
She was just falling off the back line there and attempted to put the ball in the net. We've seen her do it before.
No, she's frustrated with herself, is Lewis-Howell. She knows she could have just pulled it in.
And that one is just overcooked from the Fury defence.
It's like both teams just need to settle. Yeah.
Yes, I was thinking the exact same thing. A little bit panicked, isn't it? All these balls are flying around. Steffi Stutt gets on the end of that one. It's just constant back and forth, back and forth. Someone needs to take control of this game.
Stutt into the centre third. Leonard at wing attack. Oh, almost. Jessica Thomas at wing defence. I can't tell you how many balls she's got a hand to or got a clean intercept.
She works so hard off ball. She restricts her wing attack so much, and to think that she's got space and will get a hand into that ball.
Nice, Emma Roberts, just being the playmaker around the edge of the circle, and she gets it back.
Takes the turnover.
That's it, when you lose the ball, your job is not done. You've got to get straight back on defence, and she did that right there. And a quick pass into her teammates. Nice shot, well made from Hayley Lewis-Howell.
And it's 4 goals apiece again here. Williams coming out to the circle to try and make easy work for Ellen Barwick, but couldn't quite find her on the back line. Phoenix couldn't quite find their players there, but obstruction is called against Williams. A lot of drop balls going on, aren't there? A lot of balls flying around here. Again, no one's taken much control of this game. A lot of unforced errors we're seeing at the moment.
Lots of unforced errors. Would you say that, well, they are sitting the 2 bottom teams, 7th and 8th, Blaze in 7th, Phoenix in 8th. They're just, but I think the levels have been quite high though. So is it just because they are vying not to be bottom, so they're trying to work so hard, which is overcooking and tipping them over the edge?
Yeah, but if you play this kind of rush netball to try and get the ball, they rush it around, then you just lose the ball like we just seen there. We missed a shot, and the basics go down, don't they? The basics are not done well, and then the ball gets dropped, or the pass doesn't quite get there, or you do a footwork, or you stuff that's totally unforced. It's just player error, and we see a lot of that at the moment because both teams are just trying so hard to get the ball to their players. All we need is one person from each team to take control.
And as you just say, another turnover there. This time in West Wales Phoenix favour. Lauren Evans takes the front hold from distance. Swoosh! Great from her. Takes Phoenix to 5 goals.
And they have the centre pass. Oh, Lily Dudson really just cut off Ellie J's run there, didn't she? Ellie J Jones's run to take that ball. And Williams, again, not able to collect that ball on the baseline. The feeds are not quite reaching it properly, are they? And the space she's got, it's like she hasn't got enough.
Just maybe like to see her come off the line a little bit more.
Holding up a little bit higher, yeah. She does come out the circle, but it's not as effective when she does that. So maybe just hold a little bit higher in the circle to give herself enough space.
That's a little bit more controlled play from Erin Barwick. And she nets 5 apiece.
Josie
5, sorry.
Josie Sivak in that goalkeeper position for Phoenix is working really hard against Williams, and she's making her job harder. So she's working really well. Lovely little pop pass from Evans.
Okay, a little bit more control now.
A lot more control now. Both teams seem to have settled a bit more into this game now. But you can see Sivak is really pushing Williams to have to move. Because if you make her have to move, that's where the ball gets dropped. But no problem there. No. Straight in the net.
Under the post in her home zone. Deep ball, nice drive. EJ Jones at centre for West Wales Phoenix.
And a miss from Lauren Evans, but they will get the sideline throw in. Again, there great space.
Yeah. Eli J. Jones, the centre. She feeds it in. Shooter didn't like it. She re-offered for her.
And Howell couldn't quite capitalise on that. So Stutt takes the rebound and they win the obstruction.
Chance for Fury to build. Just going off balance there. Patience now.
There is
Lucy
Leonard again.
Leonard is the one that's trying to control this attacking end, but I guess as captain, she's stepping up for them.
She is a playmaker in that, isn't she, attacking end, and also coming all the way up to the defensive transverse line. But a miss from Barwick, and Gwenann Williams is pulled up for contact. So Phoenix will build again to go the other way.
Sivak goes through, wing defense, Thomas. She's there again on the transverse line. She finds Roberts. Then under the post, Lewis Howell. Just dropping short on that shot. Just need a few more power in that leg.
Not quite there for Howell on that one. It's not her favourite range.
Fury with a chance now to go 2 in front, but unable to capitalise right under the post.
Sometimes the hardest shots. Right under the post.
It is. But with 25 seconds to go,
and we're on
still back to the ping pong. We had a little
7 goals to 6.
Had a little lull where there was some control, but it's got back a little bit fast for both teams. 10 seconds on the board. Fury with a chance. Oh, where did Gwenann Williams came for? Like a salmon leaping through the air. 2 hands on it. She turns, she shoots, she scores.
So, centre pass taken from Fury there. So the next centre pass will be Phoenix's centre pass.
Yeah, a little bit of, not sure on game management there from the team, but 8 plays 6. I feel like that quarter was just high energy, high octane, but not necessarily being clinical with the ball and making quite a lot of, you've said it, unforced errors, and I agree.
Absolutely. There was so much energy and passion on court, wasn't there? And, you know, I know we have some players nursing injuries, but it's important to keep composure. There was no composure really from either team on that quarter, and it was just both of them just went straight in for that to try and steal every ball, shoot every ball, and everything was just, like you said, on steroids.
Too much so. But it's Fury that got the best of that quarter. They're up by 2 goals, just being able to push ahead in those last couple of minutes. But even, like, again, can you pick out what it was that changed it for them?
So for Fury, I think they did settle a little bit more. Lucy Leonard did take a lot of control on that attacking side, she did. And she, like we said, she does come up to that defensive transverse line to try and calm everything down. Jess Thomas is doing really well in that wing defense position to try and take her out of the game, but Leonard is so clinical. She will, when you get the ball, you have 3 seconds on the ball. It seems like this ball's on fire, and it keeps running around and gets thrown around the court, and it gets dropped all over the place. And even because it's so rushed, the shooter gets the ball, and it feels like she has to rush it as well. That's why I feel like we're missing a lot of shots at the moment. So it's really important to keep just clinical and keep composure and calm. Fast play doesn't always mean good play, and I mean, we've seen Northeast do it, and they smash through court, but they're clinically fast and they're clinically
controlled
accurate.
with the quickness, aren't they?
Absolutely. So I feel like quickness here it looks messy on court, doesn't it? You can see it. The balls are not hitting the right targets. They're being placed behind players. Players are on the run, and they lose their footing, and there's drop balls everywhere. And it's like both teams now, I think both coaches will be telling their teams just to calm down, look after the ball, look after each other.
Yes. Well, Northwest Fury, they didn't make any changes to their squad coming in from Bangor, so playing with the same 12, trying to use that consistency to give them an edge up. West Wales Phoenix still trying to get their first win under their belt. It was close though when they lost to Sparks in Bangor, 27-25, just 2 goals the difference, which meant they got 2 points for losing within 5 goals. So all still to play for, just 2 goals separate us in this quarter as the whistle goes for the 30 seconds before the players need to be on court and in their positions ready to start this second quarter, sorry.
And seeing some changes already coming onto the court. So Phoenix, Fury, I believe, have kept the same 7. But there's changes for Phoenix. Rachel Griffiths has come on to that shooter position. We were saying that Lauren Evans is nursing an injury, and we were seeing her just having some treatment on the side by the bench here just now during quarter time. She seems to be in a bit of pain. So Rachel Griffiths has come on to that shooter position.
Well, we've seen that swap a bit, haven't we, over the past couple of games. And so Griffiths will slot in well and then get that first goal on the board.
It's important to get that first goal under your belt. And she does slot in quite well. Doesn't have the same range as Lauren, but does work well under the posts. And a counter from Gwenna Williams.
Goal for goal. A little bit more composed, a little bit more control as they go from centre pass through to goal. Deep, nice take from Emma Roberts at a wing attack, sorry.
And there's that triangle work we're talking about. And there is Rachel Griffiths again with another shot into the net.
Gwenna Williams, she comes out to just be that release. Quick turn from Leonard, pulls the obstruction.
And a contact call against Sarah Jordan on Barwick.
Oh, and great defense from Sivak.
Clean touch, just to pop it over the back line.
She's a Cardiff University medic. But even with that tip, unable to foil the attack from Fury.
A lovely split landing as well from Barwick, wasn't it? She's very good at using the space she's got.
So just getting a little bit too cozy, holding as she was trying to mark. But great work from her teammate, Oliver Smith, at goal defence to go in for that rebound. Draws the contact, and Fury on the attack again. Oh, nice movement from Leonard. Lewis Howell, goal attack. She wants the ball. She's moving quickly. The give and go. And Gwenna Williams. Lovely tip. She knew she couldn't put it in, so she tipped it to her teammate.
Just over the net for Barwick. How unlucky. They're doing all the hard work to get there, aren't they? They're working the ball really nicely. They're moving it up court lovely. And it's just the defence in both circles are working so hard to shut down that ball. They've both done their homework very well, I think.
Very well. And down the other end, Rachel Griffiths came on in this quarter. Injury replacement. She nets another one. Barwick, she is all by herself at goal attack. She's called for the ball a couple of times. This time they see her. Just drops short again. She's in for the rebound, sets the shot, goes a little bit higher. And that's what she needs to do. A little bit more power in the legs. Keep saying it.
Keep saying it. Those balls are a little bit flat hitting her from her shot, aren't they? They need to just lift and drop in nicely. And her movement from through court is absolutely lovely. So if she could just finish that shot on a lift and a drop, it'd be great. And Rachel Griffiths takes one back for Phoenix. Score now is 11-10 for Fury. And Leonard again in acres of space.
Barwick also so much space. And again, she's got her iron now. She's got her rhythm. She gets it through.
Phoenix allowing Barwick so much space, aren't they? It's like they don't think she's important enough to pick up, but she's creating so much movement around this shooting circle. They need to pick her up more.
Definitely, that's work for Steph Oliver-Smith. And Steffi Stud at goalkeeper. But their shooters down the other end, they're keeping that court scoreboard going. Fury. Barwick has to go back to the line. Leonard is, again, the link between the attack and the defense at wing attack.
Oh, and
That's
Sarah
better.
Jordan.
Better from Sarah Jordan.
Much better. You can't chase around the whole court because Ellen Barwick will just run and run and run. But on those crucial moments, it's important, isn't it, to get your hand in there.
Oh,
and there she is,
yeah.
a crucial moment.
Crucial moment. You know, and she saw that. She used her netball smarts, didn't she?
I think she heard me.
You know? Not chasing Barwick, but just seeing where she was going to go and then getting herself in front when needed.
Absolutely.
You should be a coach.
I hope that was a joke.
Of course it was. I hear you're an awesome coach.
Phoenix just working the ball slowly.
There's all sorts going on.
Steffi stuck again in there with the nice tip away from Rachel Griffiths.
Phillips takes the sideline. Not Phillips, Jones. Eli J. Jones. Mixing my centres. But it's the blue team, which is West Wales Phoenix. Aren't able to just net that one.
Just short on that one. And again, Lucy Leonard in so much space.
Oh, great defensive work from Lewis Howe.
Oh, and Steffi Stud again there to clean up the mistake. The defense on both teams working so hard.
So hard. And then we talk about how frantic it was, but you have to give some credit to the defense because they're making it hard for the attackers to see where those clean spaces are.
Absolutely, and Sivak, like we see here, she is working so hard against Williams because we know Williams can hold strong, she can move strong, she's a front side back holder, but Sivak is confusing the space so much. The attack don't know where to place that ball for Williams. So she's asking for it, but she can't see Sivak around her. So they think the ball's free, but who's there in the next second? Josie Sivak.
Yeah. Indeed. And then her teammates down the other end's really working for her to take them in the lead. It's 12 plays 13 with West Wales Phoenix out in front for the first time, I think, this game. It was drawing for a while. And defense again, lovely work from Jessica Thomas, the Morganite Netball Club player.
Ellen Barwick again in acres of space, but can't capitalize on that one. Sivak is there.
Jones into Roberts, into Lewis Howell. Back to Thomas. So this movement that we're seeing from West Wales Phoenix, just drawing these contacts from Fury.
A low ball from Griffiths, cross to Jones. And Steffi Stutt this ball for contacts. Oh, and it bounced off the ring there.
But nice work from Roberts to be on the circle edge. She hadn't left when the shooters were about to shoot. She's ready just in case she's needed.
And just off the post for Lewis Howell.
This time.
And it's in.
It's in. And it's Phoenix Center. They've got a 2-goal margin now. 12 plays 14, coming up to the 2-minute mark of this second quarter. It was Fury that led 8-6 after the first quarter. But Phoenix have really come back in this.
Great work again from the defensive setup from Fury to turn over that ball. And again, Lucy Leonard, acres of space, but just needs to take the pace off a little bit there.
It's your turn to be in on it. Did you touch it?
I touched the ball there. Feel excited.
It's the little things, isn't it?
It's the little things. But another change coming on now for Phoenix. We have Ellie Mae Austin coming on in the centre position, and Ellie J. Jones hits the bench. Ellie J. Jones getting some words of wisdom from her coach, Wendy Lewis. Wendy Lewis, a Welsh netball legend, of course.
I just love the camaraderie that we see from all the teams, and like coaches, players, just the support that they give to each other.
Beautiful.
It's really great to see.
It's
Everyone's
beautiful.
trying to improve and get better, but also just have a bit of fun and just play netball.
Absolutely, like we saw Albert Williams earlier, she still plays.
Still plays.
Loves playing a bit of wing defence.
You know, chatting to all the other umpires to help them improve their games.
It's the best. I've definitely seen Wendy Lewis get on court before. You know, when she gets on court, she's taped up to the max. Loves it. Loves a bit of netball. Oh, Gwenna Williams, what a take up in the air. Straight up. A little bit more strength on this ball. There it is. Lovely.
This time goes through.
She does have a lovely action, Gwenna Williams. She has a really nice shooting action, but sometimes just forgets to add her legs, I think.
Yeah, just feels very casual, doesn't it? Well, 30 seconds on the clock for this second quarter. 11 to 13, sorry, to Northwest Fury. 14 to West Wales Phoenix. Nice.
Barwick. Nothing but net.
Erin Barwick, she's part of the Cardiff Dragons pathway. She says she ran into a post in a cup semi-finals before. I'm not going to lie,
I mean, we've all done it, yeah.
I think that's how you make your stripes as the final buzzer goes. Can you believe it? We are 14 apiece. Northwest Fury 14, West Wales Phoenix 14. Fury came back. They were leading in that first quarter, but then Phoenix really worked hard to get a 2-goal lead. But to close out that quarter, it's Fury.
That's a great quarter for both of them. It's a great quarter to come back from losing that first quarter. You know, to score 6 goals for Fury. I've put 6 goals up, but 8 goals for Phoenix. So they won that quarter by 2 goals. And I think, yes, they had to change a shooter, but the fact that they've got depth in the bench, that it doesn't make it that an impact to go the other way. Do you know what I mean? It made a really positive impact. And it's a shame when you have to take off a shooter due to injury to put another one on. But Rachel Griffiths came on and did her job really, really well. And I've said multiple times, Sivak is doing such a good job against Williams, because not very often we've seen Williams not be able to take a ball and put it in the net. But on this game against Sivak, she's having a little bit of trouble doing it. But Northwest Fury, Lucy Leonard, Ellen Barwick, acres of space. Whenever they get the ball, they're always in space. And I think sometimes maybe it's confusing, isn't it? Taking the ball and there's no one around you. Like, oh, what's wrong? We need to get rid of it. So take that ball in space and use that. Don't panic when there's no one around you. You've done a good thing. You've got loads of space around you. So I think they need to realise that they're not being marked as heavily as they should and utilise that to their advantage.
Yeah, indeed. Jessica Thomas, wing defence for West Wales Phoenix, got some nice clean turnovers in that first quarter. A little bit quiet towards the second, but still helping that defensive partnership of Jordan and Sivak.
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas is a little bit of a silent assassin in a way. She's always there, but you don't really see her. So Leonard has had a lot of space to play around, but you're thinking, well, where's Thomas? And she's either double marking the centre or she's going for the next ball. And like we've seen previously, Leonard has given that next ball, and who's been on the end of it or trying to intercept it is Thomas. So maybe she might not be on Leonard, but she's on the next pass going. So that's what Leonard needs to be thinking about is, okay, if I'm free now, then where is my wing defence? Because she's not on me. She's looking for my next ball. She's looking pocket. She's looking in. So she needs to be really thinking about where that 3-foot guard is.
Yeah, indeed. And then moving to the Northwest Fury, we talked about Erin Barwick. A couple of shots not quite going away, but in the game so far, she's tried to be that playmaker to try and help bring that ball through the court with, say, Leonard at wing attack, who's really been integral in terms of being that link between attack and defence. What can she do to up her game?
So like we said in the first quarter, she did take control of the game, and it has calmed down quite a bit. I think maybe Fury as a whole needs to give more options. There's not many options, and she can emphasize that. She can, you know, a little bit more 1-2 from her would be good. She could easily give a give and go when she's playing by herself. Her and Bowick together could easily just play between them.
Rather than looking long, which is allowing Thomas to come in for those intercepts.
They're looking long to play pocket, or they're looking long to play to Williams, whereas they're both in so much space at the same time, they can just play it together and a little give and go into circle, and it would be an easier ball for them. And even if Bowick drives the front to try and draw a player away, then that ball can go into Williams. But instead of just constantly looking to play that high ball into Williams, it's not working for them right now, so they have to change their game up. And I think Leonard's quite a key player to do that.
Indeed. Well, it is fast and it is furious. Fury versus Phoenix in this game 7. Competition day 2 here in Ebbw Vale. Competition day 3, we go to the House of Sport in Cardiff. That's Saturday the 20th of July. And then finals day is also at the House of Sport in Cardiff on Sunday the 21st of July. So if you've not bought your tickets yet for that, I hear it's selling out pretty quickly. So you want to get involved with that. But if you're not able to get to Cardiff, so Aileen, you'll be on the mic with Natalie
Pepperell.
Natalie Pepperell.
Back together, yeah. Dream team.
Bring in the... Hey, hang on. What about me and you?
Hey, it's all right. You're all right.
Bringing you the commentary. So much still to play. We've got one more game after this anyway, but let's focus on game 7. Northwest Fury versus West Wales Phoenix.
Battle of the West.
Battle of the West. Oh, yes, indeed.
I think it's bragging rights, isn't it, of who's the best West? Which West is best?
Tell us again which areas before they come out for the centre pass for this third quarter.
Yeah, so West Wales Phoenix covers everything from just after the Swansea border, so your Carmarthen border, all the way over to Pembrokeshire, all the way over right to the border. And it can go all the way up to Hywel Dda, all the way just to that Aberystwyth border. And Northwest Fury is everything from Conway across all the way over to Anglesey and all the way down to the Dolgellau area.
Nice. So, a reminder of umpires, Pippa Barrow and Joe Williams on control. We're just checking whose centre pass it is. It is Fury's because, like you said, Phoenix took it just before the buzzer went. Oh, 3 seconds called. And Phoenix get the ball back.
Obstruction called there. Just looking at some changes that might be on court. So for centre in Northwest Fury, we have Erin Jones. And at goal attack, Ellen Bowick has hit the bench, and Cassie Ogilvie has come on to goal attack. I believe Phoenix have the same 7 on as finished the last quarter. So Ellie Austin is still in that centre, and Rachel Griffiths still stays on that goal shooter.
Griffiths with ball in hand now in the blue kit of West Wales Phoenix, and she continues to get that ball going through the net.
We do have an injury here for Oliver Smith. I think she really hurt her back then in that little contact with Smith. So we do have one of our newer players to join that weren't with us in Bangor. Lorian Mackenzie Chadwick comes on at goalkeeper, and Steffi Stutt comes out to goal defence.
So I hope nothing too serious there for Oliver Smith. She heads to the bench. It's Fury, centre pass. Oh, great defence. Jessica Thomas. We've been talking about her. Just doing her job nicely for Phoenix. Can they capitalise? They go deep into Roberts. Just getting caught in her feet.
Can't quite reach the ball from here.
And it's Fury's back line.
And there's bodies all over the floor on this court at the moment, isn't there?
Deep drive.
Deep
well seen.
ball.
Over via goal attack. Nice passing. 15 plays 16, Fury 15, Phoenix 16. Kept on from Lewis Howell.
And well weighted as well for Ellie Austin just to pull back away from the centre on her back. An unfortunate miss for Griffiths, and Chadwick will take it.
Robert's getting a little bit frustrated. She really wants this for her team. Trying to get back now into defence, but Fury carved through that centre court. Have to go back. Good pressure from the defensive unit of West Wales Phoenix.
3 seconds called again.
That's two now.
That's two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can they change that?
Like we said in quarter time, they need more options on ball. A lot of them are. It's very crowded around the ball for Northwest Fury, so they need to draw out to create the space, and someone then needs to capitalise on that and take the space. You know, Leonard had the ball, so what you need that we had 3 players around her just standing still. Then that obviously nothing's working.
Just time being called there, Lucy Leonard. Coming off, and we see some changes. So
Ellen Barwick is back in at goal attack, and Cassie Ogilvie has gone to wing attack. So maybe some changes to what you'll see in play here. Some more options. Wow. Standing still is not working for Fury. And again, 3 seconds.
They need to start counting their Mississippis so that they get rid of this ball quicker.
Or their elephants.
Or elephants, or any animals, or countries. Oh, sorry, rivers, not countries. Mississippi's a river. Oh, nice tracking back.
Lovely work from Steffi Studd. It's important for Fury now, though, not to just get rid of the ball. They might be thinking, well, if I hold on to it too long, it's going to get caught for 3 seconds again. So it's important to, again, keep composure and be clinical with it instead of just taking it and getting rid of it. You have 3 seconds, but you need to make sure that you're getting rid of it in the right way.
Oh, I love that feed from Austin into Griffith. Just turning the defenders inside out. All right, 1 goal the difference, Fury 16. 2 goals, sorry, Fury 16 and West Wales Phoenix 18.
Here come Phoenix back up the court.
That deep drive. Nice work, Griffith. Austin at centre. Enjoyed that. She's come on.
Yeah, she's come on well. Yeah, I remember her as a player when I was coaching her at university. She's grown a lot since then, and she's really developed her netball, and it's working really well for her. Oh, and a lovely shot.
Nice shot there from Griffith.
And they've taken a 3-goal lead here, Phoenix. 4-goal lead. Didn't update the scoreboard in time.
Just too quick for us.
Too quick.
And another mistake down in that attacking end from West Wales Phoenix. Sorry, from Northwest Fury.
Can Phoenix capitalise on this?
Good pick up.
Stopping that ball going over a third then, Jordan. Yes, they can capitalise. Griffiths again, back of the net.
What has she done that's different coming on in this quarter up against this defence of Fury?
Well, she's very different to Lauren Evans in the way she moves. She doesn't come out of the circle much, whereas Evans would pop out in and out, in and out, in and out, whereas she holds a lot more than Evans. She's much more of a static shooter. But it's very similar to Erin Hook that we saw in Northeast Fury. She moves on the last second and pops out in the last second and has that ability to just time it really, really well. And it's working very well for Phoenix. And another drop ball by Fury.
Working well for Phoenix, not so much for Fury. Like you say, another drop ball in that attacking end, and Phoenix punished them, but oh, great trying there from Studd.
She came flying in between 3 players. Almost took the umpire out.
But foot on the line.
They do get the throw in due to the incorrect setting of foot on the line. But Lewis Howell in there trying to get the turnover.
That battle between her and Studd, that's great to watch, isn't it? Both of them just giving some.
Both very fiery players, aren't they?
Well, hence the names, Fury Phoenix.
I think all teams, aren't they, are very
Oh yeah, that's true.
fiery names.
Is it the dragon? The fire from the dragon.
Contact call called against Steffi Stutt here. And there is Howell again.
Roberts just being patient to try and find her shooter, but Howell just not following through on that shot.
Wasn't quite enough power on that one.
No. And that's it. It starts from your legs and then it goes into your arms. Plays a 22 with 1 minute 30 seconds left of this third quarter. And Fury really struggling in that attacking end to find their shooters, to get it into that shooting circle.
Oh, there comes Steffi Stutt again.
Steffi Stutt is trying her hardest to get the ball back.
She's working so hard to try and get turnovers. It's just not working out, is it?
Ah, she's on that rebound. Stutt. So good.
The defense are turning over so many ball on this side, aren't they? Steffi Stutt and Mackenzie Chadwick are working so hard to turn the ball over. And then there's a lot of unforced errors on the attacking side. That long ball into Williams there, which she just went over the post, so too much power on that shot.
But that time, so we've seen them struggle to get it in. We've seen them go off the back line, and we've seen the missed shots. So it's not one thing you can say they need to fix.
No, it's not. And it's almost like everyone gets an off game. But it's like it's just so many different things that's going wrong for them. It's the forced ball over the back line. But I'm telling you, the defensive work from Phoenix in that attacking third is confusing the space. It's putting players off. It's making them drop the balls. It's really lovely work from Phoenix.
Very much so. Jordan, Sivak, Thomas. That defensive unit of West Wales Phoenix doing so well. But this time, Fury are able to penetrate through, and this time they get it through the net.
With only 2 seconds on the clock, will they manage this one? Oh, very well managed by Erin Jones, the centre in Northwest Fury, to not take that centre pass. So that means it will get the next one on the last quarter.
Indeed. Well, just 4 goals were able to be put on the board that quarter by Fury, and it was that defensive work rate from West Wales Phoenix. Phoenix were able to put on 8 to take them to 22. Consistent. There were 6 in the first quarter, 8 in the second, 8 again in that third quarter. Great work from them. Something, they just took their game to another level in that quarter.
Yeah, great consistency from them, and they really flowed better in that quarter as well. We know that, you know, in this shooting circle that we saw from Phoenix, that Steffi Stutt and Mackenzie Chadwick were working really hard to turn ball over. They were throwing everything they could at turning ball over, but Phoenix was still able to put the ball in the net, and that's the difference we see from Fury, because Sivak and Jordan were throwing everything they could at turn the ball over, and they were turning ball over. That's the difference that we've got between both teams at the minute, is Phoenix are working really hard and capitalising on their hard work, whereas Fury are not quite getting that ball in the net yet.
Yeah, so great work, as you say, from both defensive ends. It's just now for Fury to make sure it counts when those turnovers come.
Yeah, and we know with shooters how difficult it can be when your defence has worked so hard and you don't get the shot in. It feels awful, doesn't it? You feel like everyone's done their job but you.
Yeah, you can feel them looking at you going, please, we've worked so hard.
Not again.
Don't make centres go. Don't make us do more court sprints.
But no, it is difficult. It's difficult.
Well, that's the thing. Not many people want to play shooter or goal attack because it is such a tough position, so much weight on your shoulders, having to finish it off at the end. It takes a special person.
Yeah.
Only because we were shooter to play
we chose
that.
it.
We chose it.
Yeah, we chose it. And everyone chooses their position. But choosing to be a shooter, you have to put so much more work in because you have to be accurate every single shot. And if you're not accurate, like we've seen, Phoenix capitalise on that every single time that Fury have missed. Phoenix taking it away, and we saw that they scored double what Fury scored in that one because they've taken away when they've made errors and made mistakes. And it's not, I have to emphasize, it's not just shooting errors we've had from Fury in that quarter.
Definitely not.
It's unforced errors. It's throwing balls over the back line, throwing balls over the sideline, dropping balls, footwork, 3-second holds. We've had 4 of them. So it's the basic netball errors as well.
Yeah. So As a coach, if that was your team coming off after that break with all, like we say, the plethora, it's a very hard word to say, but the amount of different mistakes being made, what do you say to the team? Because you can't cover all of it in a quarter-time break.
You can't cover all of it. So what I would say is strip it back to basic. Let's strip everything back to basic netball. Think about your footwork, think about ball placement, and let it do the work for you. Let the ball do the work. There's no point trying to be fancy. There's no point trying to run ahead of the ball. Let that ball do the work.
Well, we're off for this last quarter of game 7. And straight away, as we were just talking about, we see a turnover from West Wales Phoenix. They get the ball in hand. Turnover to West Wales Phoenix, sorry, with a mistake from Fury. They bring it to the edge of the circle. Austin at center keeps possession. She finds Griffith. From distance, swoosh! Oh, what confidence! Indeed, she is playing with. Lewis Howell, goal attack for Phoenix, coming out nice and strong off the center pass. They find Roberts on the edge of the circle, wing attack for Phoenix. Griffiths again, goal shooter, has ball in hand, and she nets.
And what's really nice to see from this Phoenix side is Rachel Griffiths didn't start the game. They put Lauren Evans on, who's been consistent in her shooting. She's had some really nice, lovely long shots. She had to come off because of injury, but Rachel Griffiths has really settled into this game, and she's shooting as if she's played the whole game, hasn't she? Like, she's shooting like no tomorrow. So it's lovely to see that kind of depth.
Such confidence. Oh, we've had some changes.
Yep,
in that break.
We're going to run us through some of the changes that we've got. Phoenix have kept to that 7 that finished off in the last quarter, but for, apologies, apart from the centre, Ellie J. Jones is back on at centre and Ellie Mae Austin hits the bench. But for Fury, Erin Jones has moved from centre to wing attack, and Lucy Leonard, the captain, is back on at centre. And we can see the support benches, the team benches from where we are sitting. And it's really nice to see Lauren Evans really giving thumbs up to Rachel Griffiths every time she shoots. But Gwenna Williams managed to put one in then for Fury.
True team work.
There is that turnover Fury needed from Mackenzie Chadwick. But now to look after the ball.
So Steffi Studd continuing where she left off. That energy she's bringing. She's got that turnover, then she's on the attack. Fury now want to make this one count.
Williams just lost her footing, trying to turn off the back of Sivak there, but no penalty or anything called for that.
Using back to the line. Thomas is there waiting to help if needed. She was needed. Then they play it back into the circle, using those different options just to take their time. When it's open, then play it under the post to Griffith. Just 5 goals the difference.
Yeah, and it's working so nicely that they don't need to force it in. Neither team do need to force it in. Williams has a great front hold, but she is just kind of stepping off a little bit too early. I think because she has someone like Sivak against her, she's changed her own game plan without noticing, Williams. So she just goes back to original basic netball, where she just stands there, holds nicely, takes that nice ball, even a front hold, side hold. If she goes back to that basic way that she plays very well, it would make a massive difference for Fury. Oh, there was Jess Thomas again. We saw her running across the court, thinking that ball was in the air forever.
But it's that pressure that she puts on, confusing that space. And even though they did catch it, it was like, oh my God, she could have got the defense. She could have got the turnover.
Absolutely. But she reads the game so well.
Very much so. Leonard gets again, top of the circle. She's back on the court at centre.
Much better from Fury. Much better. Just 2 goals.
Fury coming back into this game. 5.5 minutes left. Defensive work rate. Oh, Studd again came in through, but she just clipped her opposition player as she came. Penalty pass or shot. Griffith takes a step in. Oh,
nice. Rolled in that one.
Trickled in.
Phoenix are really grasping for this win, aren't they? Their first win of the competition.
We
But
talked about that give and go, didn't we, from the centre wing attack. Now Leonard's gone to centre. She's doing that.
she's given the ball she wanted as a wing attack, and she's making Cassie Ogilvie go on that ball. And that's what she wanted from the beginning when she was in wing attack. So maybe if she started at centre, I don't know, maybe that would have made a difference. But this is much better play from Fury. Contact or obstruction again for the defence of Fury. Both players now out of the game. And Griffiths capitalises.
24 plays a 28. It was 4 goals the difference coming into this last quarter. Fury had a burst of goals. Can they keep that scoreboard going? Can they get a little bit closer? Will they get one back? 3 now.
Again, much better from Williams. She drew Sivak then right out to the side of the circle and then double back on her run. That was much, much better.
Phoenix. Oh! Mackenzie Chadwick.
Slight little hand in there.
Oh, 3 seconds, and you can see Mackenzie Chadwick saying, I'm behind you, I'm behind you. But no one to pass.
Oh, and she's there again, and again! We have such army players in this tournament. They're everywhere.
Calmness now from Phoenix. Oh, but Griffiths unable, but who's there to pick up the rebound? Lewis Howell takes her time, and she nets.
That took a while, didn't it? That took a lot. Just almost out of reach there for Ogilvie.
Leonard sees it, she
there
gives
it. Is.
it.
Again, looking post. They haven't been looking post much this entire game, but they're finally doing it. But no contact call there that Williams was looking for. Umpire Pippa Barrow thought it was very much contested.
Very much so. Should have nailed it the first time. But they've got another opportunity. Great defense. Oh, replayed ball. Mackenzie Chadwick. She can't get a bone, can she?
She can't catch a break at the moment, can she?
That's the phrase. What's the bone word?
I think you're just having a bit of a struggle today. Can't do maths. Can't talk properly. It's okay.
You get my drift.
I do catch a drift, it's fine. Oh, Williams, unfortunate miss again, and Sivak is there. Oh, Ogilvie flying through the air for that ball, trying to get that turnover. But Jess Thomas was having none of it. Lovely little turn from Griffiths there. She rolled off the back of Chadwick to get that triangle ball, but
just too many give and goes back to the circle.
Too many. And that ball from Leonard, she knew as soon as she let go of it, she had her hand on her head, knew it was going to Sivak.
Sivak has been her and Thomas player of the match for me.
Unreal.
And we've got 1 minute 40 left of this quarter with West Wales Phoenix 29, Northwest Fury 25. They are within that 5-goal difference to be able to get 2 points. I think it's going to be a little bit too late for them to try and get the win.
There's Barwick, and it's just off, and Williams cannot land or gather the ball. And Phoenix could now have good game management and try and keep the ball.
It's 1
That's
minute
what I
left.
would do.
Would you? Will you not just keep trying to get more goals on the board?
Not if you keep losing the ball in the attacking end.
Fair. That wasn't the best ball to put in. 50 seconds left on the board. Gwen Ann Williams, she keeps it on.
They're still trying to play this ball into that circle. Barwick, a lovely run around the top of the circle.
I think she's played nearly every single minute of the game, apart from those little few minutes where she came off
and came back on.
Came back on. Even this morning, she played a lot of minutes. She's been a workhorse for Fury.
Her and Leonard together worked very well together.
20 seconds.
Now they're trying to keep the ball. They're just playing the ball around. And they lost it again in that shooting circle.
Mackenzie Chadwick, she has grown as the game goes on, but the defense, we've talked about it from both teams with 5 seconds to go. Gwen-Ann Williams, she tries the layup.
And there is the final buzzer. The crowd of West Wales Phoenix go absolutely wild.
What a finish for West Wales Phoenix. They were down in the first quarter. Just 6 goals put on the board to Fury's 8. But as the game went on, they grew and they grew to come out with that 3-goal win. We did talk a lot about Fury in terms of how they were trying to penetrate through that end third and get it to their shooters. Really struggled with some of those mistakes, but only 3 goals the difference.
Yeah, they did struggle, and I feel like the score reflects the play in one way, but also we can't not talk about the defense of Phoenix in that one, because Sivak and Jordan and Thomas, they worked really hard to make Williams and Barwick and Leonard have to change it and change it and change it and change it. And it does, if you have to keep constantly changing your game, it's hard, isn't it? Because we saw Williams was constantly pushed off the back line. The attack didn't know where to put the ball for her. And they really worked hard on it. And you can tell that Phoenix have been watching Fury. They've re-watched them back. They know exactly how they play. And it's really worked for them for this game.
And it's resulted in West Wales Phoenix's first win of the competition thus far in this 2024 FleetEV National League. They take game 7, 26-29. We've got one more game coming for you, as you can see on the schedule. So come back. First centre pass is at 5:49, but we'll be on a little bit earlier. But it's Coastal Heat versus Valley Volcanoes. Both teams are on the ladder on 2 equal points, equal goal difference. You cannot split them, so this is not a game to miss. We'll see you soon.